Hi everyone. This is just a continuation for the chapter 2, which is the basic laws. So last time we discussed about the Ohm's law. So karon mag-discuss na pud ko about nodes, branches, and loops. Let's start with the PowerPoint. Okay. Nodes, branches, and loops. So this is the topic that we'll be discussing. I will be discussing rather. A network is an interconnection of elements or devices, whereas a circuit is a network providing one or more close paths. So previously, sa previous nga chapter, I discussed about a simple circuit. If you remember, katong may battery and then may lamp. So a simple circuit na ay supply and ay load. And karon i-discuss nato unsa ang network. Unsa ang difference ng network and circuit. Ang network is an interconnection of elements or devices. So daghan na siya og elements. Whereas circuit is a network providing one or more close paths. Okay, na ay close path. So katong sample lang ako battery and then ay lamp, which is the load. That is just a simple circuit. So, nag-provide siya og close path for the battery and for the lamp. Ang network, daghan na siya og elements, so interconnection. Like for this figure 2.10, makita nato diri as a figure that naay duha ka supply, which is the voltage supply ng 10 volts, and then ay current source. Voltage source 10 volts and current source 2 ampere. So, naay duha ka supply. And then, naay tulo ka load, which is the 5 ohms, 2 ohms, and 3 ohms. So, network na siya. Daghan na siya og close paths. Dili lang kay isa. Ang makita nato diri naay close path niya nga more than 2. Okay. So, once again, a network is an interconnection of elements or devices, whereas a circuit is a network providing one or more close paths. Okay, so na sulod lang sa network ang circuit. So, ang circuit, network gihapon na siya. So a branch represents a single element such as a voltage source or a resistor. When we say a branch, naa siya'y element. Na siya'y element. So, kung matanaw natin ang figure 2.10, naa siya'y branch na consist of voltage source, that is a 10 volts. Na ay branch na nag-consist of 5 ohms, that is the resistor, na ay branch na nag-consist of 2 ohms, another branch 3 ohms, another branch ng current source. So in figure 2.10 na ay 5, 1 2 3 4 5, 5 ka branch ang kaninga network or circuit. A node is the point of connection between two or more branches. Okay, when we say a node, kung atong imagine siya sa actual ng majority sa inyo I mean, kamo mangyud tanan nakaagi na mangyud mo sa EIM in situ training. So, kabalo na mo unsa ng junction box. Kung imagine nato ning node, it is just like a junction, no? Da nag-abot ang mga connection. So, kung sa circuit, kung tanaw na to, ang right term sa iya, dili junction. But it is a node. A node is the point of connection between two or more branches. Kung makita natin diri sa figure 2.11, kaning the 3-node circuit of figure 2.10 is drawn. Okay. Kung makita natin diri sa figure 2.11, na ay node diri nga kaning sa letter B. Node B. Makita nato nga naay point of connection ang 5 ohms, ang 2 ohms, 3 ohms, ug kaning current source nga 2 ampere. And then kani pong sa node C na ay point of connection ang voltage source, which is the 10 volts, ang 2 ohms, ang 3 ohms, ug ang current source. Diri sa node A na ay point of connection ang voltage source ug ang 5 ohms. Okay, so mao na siya ang definition sa node. Node is the point of connection between two or more branches. So duha or more, two or more. Another is the loop. A loop is any closed path in a circuit. So pag mingon ta og loop, na looping, no? For example, diri sa figure 2.11, ang naa ni siya tulo ka loop. First loop is from A to B to C to A. So kana siya, isa na siya ka loop. Another loop is from A to B and B back to C. So kaning 2 ohms unya kaning 3 ohms. So kana siya nga connection. Another loop is kaning C to B nga mag-agi diri sa 3 ohms, and then B to C nga mag-agi diri sa current source. So kana siya nga looping. So naay tulo ka loop. A network with B branches, so ang tag B, number of branches. Ang network daw na ay number of branches, unya number of nodes, and independent loops. One independent loops will satisfy the fundamental theorem network topology. So, to calculate kung pila ang branch, so makita mo na ito dari sa figure 2.11, kana may circuit, kung pila gid ang branch. Pero kung gamiton nato ning formula nga B equals to loop, number of loops plus number of nodes minus 1, so makalculate nato nga ang branches anong figure 2.11 is, so kaning loop is tulo, 3 plus node 3. So, minus 1. So, 3 plus 3 minus 1, that is 5. So, na ay 5 branches kining figure 2.11. Kung i-count po nato ang elements diri voltage source, 5 ohms, 2 ohms, 3 ohms, and current source. So, that is 5 branches. 2 or more elements are in series if they are cascaded or connected sequentially and consequently carry the same current. Kay kung ang duha ka element nagsunod, no, cascaded or connected sequentially, and they are carrying the same current, no, naga-flow ang same current sa ilaha, then they are connected in series. While 2 or more elements are in parallel if they are connected to the same two nodes and consequently have the same voltage across them. Okay, so kung nag-connect ang mga elements in the same node and having the same voltage, so they are in parallel connection. Okay, example 2.4. Okay. Determine the number of branches and nodes in the circuit shown in figure 2.12. Identify which elements are in series and which are in parallel. So, pila maihap ninyo sa branches? Kung nalaw na to ang circuit, so figure 2.12, based on the elements given in the circuit, na siya 4 branches. Voltage source, duha ka resistor, 5 ohms and 6 ohms, and then current source. But let's try to calculate the branch based on the formula ng katong branches is equals to number of loop plus number of nodes minus 1. Okay, so let's identify. Okay, identify which elements are in series and ang gipangutan na diri number of branches and number of nodes. Okay, ang number of nodes, kung makita nato, kaning interconnection of 10 volts and 5 ohms. And then, interconnection of 5 ohms, 6 ohms, and current source, so another node. And then interconnection of 10 volts, 6 ohms, and current source. So, tulo. Tulo ka node, 3 nodes. Ang loop niya, so makita na to, isa ka loop niya, kaning looping sa 10 volts, 5 ohms, and 6 ohms. Isa ka loop. Another loop is 6 ohms og sa kaning current source. So, naay duha ka loop. So, 3 plus 2, no, 3 ka, 2 ka loop plus 3 ka node, so 5. Minus 1, so there are 4 branches. So, ang number of branches is 4, number of nodes is 3. Another question is, identify which elements are in series and which are in parallel. Okay, so kung makita nato diri sa figure 2.12, ang elements that are in parallel are the current source, the 2 ampere, and the 6 ohms. So, nakaparallel sila. And, ang nakaseries, ang 5 ohms nakaseries sa parallel connection of 6 ohms and 2 ohms. Okay, let's look for the solution. Okay, so na explanation diri kaning mga gidiscuss na ko and then explanation nara pud ni sa PDF. Naka-detailed discussion dito kay kaning PowerPoint akong gi-present sa inyo naka-summarize man para na ko ma-discuss sa inyo para masabtan pud ninyo ang sulod sa PDF. So, okay ra pud kung mabasa mo dito mas maayo. Solution. Since there are 4 elements in the circuit has 4 branches. So, kung pilang elements, mapud to ang number of branches. So, 10 volts, 5 ohms, 6 ohms, and 2 ampere. The circuit has 3 nodes as identified in figure 2.13. So, naadari naka-distinguished ang nodes. So, number 1, 2, and 3. The 5 resistor is in series with 10 volts. Okay, so ang 10 volts pod naka-series sa 5 ohms. Because the same current would flow in both. The 6 ohms rather. The 6 ohms resistor is in parallel with 2 ampere current source because both are connected to the same nodes 2 and 3. Okay. So, kung makita nato diri sa figure 2.13, kaning 10 volts o 5 ohms nakaseries. Plus, nakaseries po siya sa parallel connection of 6 ohms with 2 ampere. So, masabtan na ninyo na along the way. Ganong na kuan siya. So, ang current nga nag-flow gikan sa voltage source, nag-flow diri pod padulong sa 5 ohms. And then, nag-flow padulong dito sa branch sa 2 ampere o 6 ohms. Pero, ang katong nga current nga nag-agi diri sa 10 volts o sa 5 ohms na kuan na to siya, na subdivide between these two branch or two elements. So, dili sila equal. Dili equal ang current na nag-flow sa 6 ohms o sa 2 ampere. Practice problem. So, solve this. I think gihatag na ko ni dito sa site for you to practice answering. Pero nag-answer day ko diri. Anyway, you try to solve this and then look for the answer. Okay, that's all for the nodes, branches, and loops. If you have question, you can chat on the group chat. You can post your questions there para mabasa pod sa uban.